Hello everyone, welcome back to Blacksmith Studios. My name is Jack and today we are going to be talking about your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, discuss the plot essentially being a what if Oscorp and Norman Osborn existed in the MCU, and I want to go through the fact of how much this connects to the MCU and how it may set some groundwork for the rumoured soft reboot after Avengers Secret Wars. So your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man kicks off on January 29th, I believe 2 days from the release of this video, and I'm super excited for it. The reviews have been great, I love the art style, and I can't wait to see how the show explores all these characters to create a unique Spider-Man show that's different than what's come before. Now, in a recent TV spot for the show, we obviously got our first looks for Doctor Strange and Daredevil, who look amazing, but we saw a glimpse of the airport battle in Civil War on a TV screen. Now, I know this show has already been rumored to be an alternate universe with Norman Osborn as Peter's mentor rather than Tony Stark, but what I'm curious about is, again, how much this connects to the MCU. Now, I don't think this show is MCU canon in the slightest, but as already pitched by the showrunners, this show is essentially what if Norman Osborn was Peter's mentor in the MCU. This show has essentially rewritten the MCU if they had access to all of Sony's characters before the events of Civil War. We have even seen a Venom-like monster, which apparently is involved in how Peter gets bitten by the spider. Now, we don't know how the MCU Peter becomes Spider-Man, and I don't think the show will really give any indication to that, especially with Doctor Strange being involved. But I do think this could lay the groundwork for the future of the MCU. Now, it has been theorized that the MCU will go through a soft reboot after Avengers Secret Wars, which kind of rewrites reality so that the X-Men, Avengers, Fantastic Four have always existed. I kind of did an explanation of this in my Secret Wars pitch, so if you do get a chance, check it out, because I do go into the full plot, like my own pitch of Secret Wars and how it ends and how the MCU becomes rebooted, so check that out if you can. But now with Sony ending their cinematic universe, it may be that after Avengers Secret Wars, they may want to try and incorporate more of their IP into the MCU. We could see an MCU in the future where the Fantastic Four and X-Men have always existed, but Oscorp exists, and several other Sony characters that we've yet to have seen. I think this show could be kind of a taste of what the MCU may look like in the future. Now, I do love the fact that this show is bringing in some of the aspects of the MCU while giving Marvel full control over the Sony characters and properties and kind of implementing them into this alternate MCU. I don't really know what the rights, the laws on the rights for this is. I don't know if Marvel can, they can use all the Spider-Man characters in an animated project, but in a film or a live action scenario, they can't. I don't really know. But the fact that this show is already talking about Civil War, it kind of makes me think that this is kind of set in the same story as the MCU. We're going to see Civil War, the Avengers break up. We're going to see, we may get hints at Thanos appearing at some point. I'm very excited for the show, honestly. I mean, if it is kind of a what if Spider-Man had already existed in the MCU or kind of a similar vibe to that, that sounds amazing to me. Or it could literally just be a mirrored MCU and we're just seeing events from a different perspective. My feelings on the show are very mixed. Don't get me wrong, I'm excited for it. And yes, I'm very happy with the direction that they have gone. But when it was originally called Freshman Year, it was my assumption that it was going to be a Peter Parker origin story set in the MCU. It seems that we're not too far off that, but still, it would have been cool, but I'm really happy with where they're going. Now, with Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man and Marvel Zombies, they're essentially what-if stories being told over full seasons, and I hope Marvel do try to do other concepts for this as well, now that What If has kind of ended. But I'd also like them to continue with things like X-Men 97 revivals, as well as maybe shows like Eyes of Wakanda, which is set within the MCU, and I'd also like them to do projects way outside the MCU, completely unrelated. Speaking of animation, I do have a quick tease at some future project that we're working on, so stick around for the end of this video. But for now, thank you all so much for watching. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. It's not really hearing your thoughts, it's reading your thoughts, but you get my point. How excited are you for the show? And are you happy with this kind of MCU Sony twist that we're going to be getting, you know, Oscorp in the MCU, essentially. Let me know. If you like this video, then please like and subscribe for more content like this. If you love Spider-Man, let's hit 500 subscribers. I have a Spider-Man 4 pitch that I've been working on, and I am up to a really, really good draft of it, and I'm really happy with it. I'm going to try and finalize it, record it, edit it, and get it out. But we need to hit 500 subscribers first, so let's get there. So for those who want to stick around for the little tease that I've got, little tiny tease, stick around. But for those who want to leave, thank you all for watching and have a great day. So now, animation is a big part of my life at the moment. It's since I met my partner, a bit personal this, since I met my partner in March of 2023. Granted, I had gone through a tough time in my life. She is an animator. She's an artist, and she's absolutely amazing. And she has been helping with the thumbnails of the videos, and we're actually working on an animated short film called Blind Wonder. I will go into a full video on that, but not only this, but for those Marvel fans out there, we are also working on something else. It's a project that I have been actually finished writing over 6 months ago now. Well over 6 months ago now. And I'd actually started writing it initially back when I was in college. So I'm not going to tell you, but a long time ago. So yeah, it's we will be doing I'm not going to tell you what it is yet, but we are going to be doing a pitch similarly to my Doomsday and Secret Wars, but it will be an animatic. So it's going to be, for those who don't know, it's an animated episode, but it is simple, it is basic, and it's simply because of time constraints and money constraints that we're doing it. But initially it was just going to be a pitch, and then my partner came along and she suggested to make it a full animatic. So we are working on a pitch, and I don't know when it's going to release. I don't know. It all depends on how quickly she works on it. I'm not going to put pressure on her for this, but it is a animated series that I have been planning since I was very young, and I have since rewritten it as a full 10-episode series, and it's a very personal project to me, but I want to pitch it to you all, the first episode, and it's just going to be a very simple animatic. There is a catch to it, which I will do in a full announcement post and a full announcement video as time goes on. But my partner is currently working on the character models, and eventually she will be working on the storyboards for it. So we'll keep you updated as we go, especially with Blind Wonder, but that's going to take a bit of a hold at the moment. This is going to be a very, very big project for me personally, and like I said, it requires your assistance a lot, but it is very, very cool. I'm very, very excited, and hopefully we can kind of make a bit of history with it as well. But you'll find out more as we go. But for those who have waited and wanted to listen to this last bit, thank you so much for listening. I really do appreciate it, and I know who's listening because you comment on my videos all the time. It's I'm not going to name names, but I know who's listening to this bit. So thank you so much for listening. I really do appreciate it. And trust me, you're going to love what we've got. But yeah, thank you all for watching and have a great day.